And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check, logo. Line 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Right there.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Letting one go deep for Robert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, Delta. 48, look, squeeze. Keep it up. Let's go.
Now it's the backup Smith. On the crossing route, complete. That's Peterson. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On the ready. Mike's 40. And it's getting it wrong.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
Yes, sir.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
On first down, it's Ingram. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Smith. Going to throw again. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Chris Wormley. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Down. 60 outlaw. Check 41. Me and you all day. Ready?
3rd and long. It's Smith. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And the Redskin 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
They give it to Peterson. And room there to work it inside the 25. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Go, go. 70, Indy. Yep. Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Out. Five.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Jordan Reed has it. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Redskins.
Get up. 60 Pittsburgh. Shrink that ball. Hey. Let's go. Hey, Mike. Hey, exit.
From the red zone now, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Peterson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Redskins 14, Ravens 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10 at their own 22.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Here's Smith. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They're going to go with Dotson on the wide receiver run. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing is Smith. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
56, Mike, 56.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Smith. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Richardson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Well, he was going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Go.
2nd and 5 now. Smith, and he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
First down, Redskins.
Smith now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Peterson looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 14-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Smith now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Smith. And he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 21 yards away. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey,
After the interception, here's Smith.
here we go.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on first down, Smith, he's going to fight. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now he's going to let it go deep right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Deron Payne in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
83's me. 83. Right.
They go play action now. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Jackson now. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. This one complete to Ingram. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Jackson to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Come on, go team line. Come off the ball.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Ravens on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing is Jackson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Go! 50, plant. 48 month. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Hard. Check 24. Hey, high 7. Side.
Smith going to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big...